fight Odin's raven.
No one can hear you. Go ahead, scream.
Welcome to Less Than a Masterpiece Theater. In today's episode, we'll take a look at the presence of death throughout the ages.
Death has been depicted in many forms over the years. Be it visual art, music, literature, sculpture, or architecture, the notion of death has been ever present in most cultures throughout history. I have prepared a few of my favorite depictions of death throughout the ages. Let us begin our tour with Hans Holbein, an author who redefined a genre with his 1538 book Dance of Death. It was the first of its genre to have death directly intervene with everyday life. Holbein's Dance of Death was considered to be quite groundbreaking. It included Holbein's Dance of Death alphabet, an intricate woodblock print first seen on Bible sheets in 1524. I'm quite fascinated with Holbein's concepts and artistry. The second exhibit in my Museum of Death is the Threnos, or Greek funeral songs. These songs were started by a professional mourner and finished by the family before sending the deceased across the river Styx.
Listen to the lament of Simonides.
Simonides of Chios was one of the 9 great lyric poets of ancient Greece. This particular Threnos is a beautiful representation of a Greek funeral song.
Moving right along, the third stop in my Museum of Death brings us to a painting by a student of Rembrandt. This oil painting, entitled Old Woman Praying, was painted by Nicholas Mays in 1655. It depicts an older woman who appears to be praying, with an air of death around her.
Her desk looks much like mine, actually. A human skull, assorted unidentifiable literature. Perhaps Mays painted a portrait of himself as an old woman. Who knows what the student of Rembrandt was thinking when he painted this remarkably creepy scene. What I do know is that I quite enjoy this work of art. I'm fascinated by the imagery and drawn to the dark undertones of death it emits. All of this death in the air is taking its toll on me. Where is this Nicholas Mays painting? It should have appeared 20 seconds ago. Death? Is that you? Do I dare call sabotage? Oh, thank you, Death. There it is. Nicholas Mays's The Old Woman Praying. This Baroque artist was known for his brilliant use of color. The Baroque style began in Rome, Italy around 1600 and became quite popular throughout Europe. The Baroque style combined exaggerated movements with obvious detail. We must move forward to the mortuary temple of Hatshepsut. This mortuary temple is dedicated to the sun god Amun-Ra. Built in 1460 BC, it is located on the west bank of the Nile overlooking the Valley of the Kings. It was built in a valley considered sacred to the principal feminine goddess connected with the funeral world. Although Hatshepsut was undeniably a woman, she wore a pharaoh's beard and demanded to be addressed as such. This brings me to my final exhibit. A grotesque statue by Italian sculptor Benvenuto Cellini entitled Perseus, or Perseus with the Head of Medusa. This bronze statue still stands today in Florence, Italy, where it has been since its completion in 1554. Thank you for joining me on Less Than a Masterpiece Theater.